In February 2026, a man named Chris Bledsoe went on a podcast and said something that stopped the UFO community cold. He claimed, citing conversations with government insiders, that an armada of unidentified craft is currently heading toward Earth with an estimated arrival window of late 2026 or early 2027. Bledsoe is not a random person on the internet. He has been briefed by the CIA. He has testified before Congress. NASA researchers have studied him. And he is not the only one saying something is coming. Chris Bledsoe's story began in 2007, when he and his family witnessed a series of unexplained craft over the Cape Fear River in North Carolina. What followed changed his life. Over the next 2 decades, he was quietly contacted by intelligence officials who wanted to know what he had seen and what he continued to see. In 2023, a NASA-commissioned report named him as a credible experiencer worthy of serious study. He has met with senators, generals, and intelligence officers. When someone with that kind of access says the word Armada, it carries weight. Here is what we already know. In 1976, 2 Iranian F-4 Phantom jets attempted to intercept a massive craft over Tehran. Their weapons systems went completely offline the moment they tried to fire. In 1966, over the Brazilian island of Colares, residents were struck by focused beams of light from craft that returned every night for 45 days. The Brazilian military documented it. Operation Saucer, their internal investigation, was classified for decades. In April 1966, 300 schoolchildren in Melbourne watched a silver disc land behind their school. Men in dark suits arrived before the end of the day. None of these cases have been explained, and in every one of them, the objects were not shy. On February 19, 2026, President Trump posted on Truth Social that he would be directing government agencies to release all files related to alien and extraterrestrial life. He used the phrase, quote, unidentified aerial phenomena. This was not a casual post. It followed a private briefing with intelligence officials and came 2 weeks after a classified Senate hearing on UAP that multiple senators described as, quote, deeply unsettling. The machinery of disclosure is moving. Whether it moves fast enough is another question. Bledsoe is not the only voice. David Grush, the intelligence official who testified before Congress in 2023 that the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft and biological material, has not walked any of that back. Lou Elizondo, former head of the Pentagon's secret UAP program, said publicly in early 2026 that certain elements of the government are, quote, preparing the public for something. Carl Nell, a retired Army colonel who worked on UAP policy, described a, quote, coordinated non-human intelligence presence on Earth. These are not podcasters. These are people who spent careers inside the machine. So what happens if Bledsoe is right? What does an armada mean? Not a single craft, not a flyby, a coordinated arrival. The historical record suggests these objects have been watching for a long time. Long enough for governments to build entire classified programs around them. Long enough for the Brazilian military to run a 45-day field operation. Long enough for the Pentagon to secretly fund research for decades before anyone admitted it existed. If something is coming, it will not be the first time these objects have made themselves known. It will just be the first time they stop letting us pretend we didn't notice. Chris Bledsoe said an armada is coming. He said late 2026 or early 2027. You are watching this inside that window. The government is releasing files. Intelligence officials are going on record. And the historical evidence, Tehran, Colares, Westall, and dozens of cases like them, suggests these objects have been here for a very long time. Whatever happens next, Emergent Truth will cover it. Subscribe so you don't miss it.